What's good, everybody? It's Bro Hamza. Today, guys, I'm coming to you with a brand new video. But before we end that, guys, please go ahead and leave a like on this video. Guys, let's try and get 20 likes on this video. We're doing a great job, so let's keep it up. And of course, subscribe if you have not already, because we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And of course, guys, check out all the socials down below, and please leave a comment, because I try my best to respond to each and every single one of your comments. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. Alright, guys, so starting off with the video, this one is going to be a one-card combo, guys. And again, before we start, guys, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, because you're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I have a deck profile coming very soon as well. But starting off with the combo, guys, it is just going to be Swordsoul Emergence. Now, a lot of the Swordsoul combos really thrive off like 1 to 2 card combos, but just showcasing you what 1 card combo can do. And as the video progresses, guys, I will be showing a lot more other combos. But starting off, guys, we go ahead and start off with Swordsoul Emergence. Activate Emergence to go ahead and grab a Swordsoul of Tide. Now, this is specifically a going first combo. If you go second, of course, you can banish Emergence to alternate Tide's level, which we're going to do here. So Tide's effect will go ahead and trigger to go ahead and banish the Emergence. Sorry, not trigger, we'll just activate it to go ahead and summon a token. And then from here we can go ahead and synchro summon our 2 monsters away into our Shishao. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go chain link 1 Shishao. When Shishao synchro summons, you can add or banish 1 Swordsoul monster from 1 Swordsoul card or 1 worm. And then Taya specifically says when this card is synchro summoned, you can mill a Swordsoul card or a worm. So we'll go chain link 1, chain link 2, again protecting the Shishao from like ghost ogres and gammas. And then from here Taya will go ahead and mill, and Taya will go ahead and mill our Tenyi spirit Ashuna. And then Shishao will go ahead and banish our Swordsoul Blackout. Now, Blackout says if this card is banished, you can special summon 1 Swordsoul token, level 4 tuner, onto your side of the field, or whoever banished the card. So since we banish it, we'll go ahead and get the token. And then from here, because we control a non-effect monster, we can go ahead and activate Tenyi Spirit Ashuna's effect. Ashuna says, if you control a face-up non-effect monster, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard, special summon 1 Tenyi monster from your deck, except itself, of course. So from here, we go ahead and banish Ashuna. Ashuna will go ahead and special summon out our Tenyi Spirit Shtana. Now, this card is very important because it is a level 4 non-tuner. So from here, guys, what we can do is we can go ahead and synchro summon into any 8 monster as long as it's a worm, because Ashuna says you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except worm monsters. So from here, we go ahead and go water, Shtana, and token away, and we synchro these guys away into our Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. So off a 1-card combo, guys, we end up with a monster negate and a free banish on the field, and this guy's just a monster, a heathen to deal with, guys. But that's it for the first really basic combo. Now let's get on to the second combo. Alright, guys, so now starting off with the second combo, this one is going to be essentially a normal summon plus a reveal, or like Moyi plus reveal. I decided to showcase double emergence because they act as the same. But basically, from here, guys, what we go ahead and activate our Swordsoul Emergence that allows us to get any Swordsoul monster from our deck to our hand. This will go ahead and get us our Swordsoul of Moyi. And then from here we can go ahead and normal summon Moyi. Moyi says if this card is normal or special summon, reveal 1 Swordsoul card or 1 worm monster in your hand, and then summon a Swordsoul token. From here we go ahead and normal summon Moyi and use Moyi's effect. This will go ahead and reveal our Emergence as cost, and then we'll go ahead and summon the token. The token, again, it is a level 4 tuner monster. So from here we can go ahead and synchro our monsters away into our Grandmaster Shishao. Shishao will be chain link 1, chain 2 will be Moyi. Moyi says if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard as a synchro material, you can draw 1 card. So from here we'll go ahead and go chain link 1, chain link 2 again. Moyi will go ahead and draw us a card, and then Shishao will search. So Moyi will go ahead and draw us a card, which is Swordsoul or Incredible Ecclesia. It might as well be Swordsoul Ecclesia. I mean, we use this card so much. But then Shishao will go ahead and trigger, and then Shishao, you can add 2 cards here. So if you think your hand is strong enough to just get a Blackout, you can get a Blackout. If you don't know what Blackout says, it's you target 1 worm monster you control, 2 cards your opponent controls, and destroy them. And then if you want to push even further, you can get Longyuan to extend. And I'll explain Longyuan lines very later on in the video. From here, guys, what we're going to do is, just for simplicity's sake, we will go ahead and get Blackout, and then we can go ahead and set Blackout, and then again we'll have a Blackout on the board. And essentially what this board is you always want to use Shishao negate first, and the reason for that is if you Blackout, you have to tribute your Shishao on board and you won't have the monster negate. So what I like to do is I like to wait, either shotgun the first normal summon they have or something else that's going to threaten Shishao, and then Blackout the other 2 monsters. So for example, if you're against Sprite, they go normal summon Nimble Beaver effect, you go Shishao negate, then they go special summon any Sprite monster, you go Blackout, pop Shishao, pop the 2 cards, and end up playing from there. Similar to Kashtira, they go special Unicorn, you negate, they special the extender, you go Blackout, pop the 2 cards. It's a very, very potent play, guys. But that's it for the second combo, guys. Now let's get on to the third combo. Alright, guys, so now moving on to the next combo. This combo is going to be Ye Longyuan plus any discard. Now this is a very strong combo. This is probably one of the more consistent combos that you will be aiming for. But again, guys, please leave a like if you haven't already, and subscribe, guys. Come on. But yeah, starting off with the video, guys, we go ahead and we go normal summon a Moyi. Moyi is going to reveal the Shtana. The basic thing is is you don't really want to reveal Longyuan because you want your opponent to think that you don't have the extender, so they can kind of change their hand traps. And I will explain later on if you guys really are interested in how to play around hand traps, disruptions, and break boards with Swordsoul, because this format is going to be very, very crucial if you are a great Swordsoul pilot. So yeah, but anyways, you go Moyi will reveal the Shatana and then summon the token. But from here, guys, we don't synchro summon right away, and the reason for that is we can go ahead and use Longyuan effect to discard Shatana and go ahead and summon himself, and then he has the same effect. You can discard one Swordsoul card or one other worm monster, special summon this bad boy, summon the token. Basically, guys, from here we have two lines of play, and I'll show you them right now. First line is if you want to play around Nibiru, you want to play around any of those cards as well, you can go ahead and make a Baron de Fleur, and Baron will give you Nibiru protection as you continue going to Shishao, draw a card, get a search. It's very, very powerful, especially in this current metagame. But you can also go for Swordsoul, Sinister, Sovereign, Xixing Longyuan. Now that's very difficult to say. It's basically, I call him Evil Longyuan. Basically from here, what I like to do is, again, just for combo sake, I want to show you how powerful the deck is. So we're going to make Xixing Longyuan or Evil Longyuan, and basically from here, you make him, and then you burn your opponent. Now Xixing Longyuan says, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish one of those monsters, and if you do, inflict 1200 damage to your opponent. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card, quick effect, you can banish that card, and if you do, inflict 1200 damage to your opponent. Note that he must banish in order to burn, so if they're using a trap card in the graveyard or something like that, you cannot banish it if it's like banished for cost, something like that. So that's just something to note. And again, the main effect is if you synchro summon another worm monster while this monster on the field, you can draw one card, and all these effects are once per turn. The reason why I make this guy first is because from here, when you go ahead and synchro summon your monsters away, aka Moyi and token, you go into Shishao. And now this is probably the most broken thing about Swordsoul. It's basically Pot of Greed and Engage. I literally say that it's better than Engage and Pot of Greed because it's both of them. Basically, you go Chainlink 1 Shishao to search, Chainlink 1 Xixing Longyuan to draw, and then Chainlink 3 Moyi to draw. So what this is what we do. We go effect, draw 1, draw 2, Shishao search. That's crazy, and the reason why that's very important is because you can kind of manipulate your Shishao search. If you think the only card you're going to be searching is Blackout, you can technically go like Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3, and then Shishao will go ahead and add a card which is Blackout because that's the card you want, and then you can draw into like your tech cards as well if you want, just deck then. But that's it for sort of that combo. And like I said before, you can make Baron, of course, going first to kind of play around Nibiru if you'd like. But again, guys, this is the very greedy play, but it rewards you handsomely, especially when you replenish your hand with follow-up plays like this, and then you end up having a Shishao negate. This guy's very, very potent, especially because we're going to burn our opponent for potential 3600, being Longyuan 1, and then Xixing Longyuan double burn technique, million burn attack damage. So you're basically playing a burn deck. But guys, that's it for the other combo. Now let's get into the next combo. Alright guys, so now we are on to the next combo. Now this is so showcasing the true power of the Tenyis in full effect, and this is why I feel like playing the Tenyis is the best way to play Swordsoul. You shouldn't be playing it otherwise, because you're sacrificing so much consistency, because they're just names and worms and everything else like that. But guys, we're going to start off with the video, and then from here, guys, we will trigger Tenyi Spirit of Ashuna. This card says if you control no effect monsters, special summon this card from your hand. So from here we go ahead and special summon Ashuna, and note that all the Tenyis have the effect where if you control no effect monster, you can special summon the card from your hand. From here we go ahead and summon Ashuna, link this card away into our monk of the Tenyi, and then from here what we do is we go ahead and special summon Vishuda first, guys. And the reason for that is because if we use Ashuna here to summon the Tenyi monster from our deck, we will not have the requirement of if you control no effect monsters, because the Tenyis are effect monsters. So make sure you go ahead and special summon your Tenyi first. This can be Adhara, this can be Vishuda, it doesn't really matter. And then from here we go ahead and we use Ashuna. Ashuna will go ahead and banish to get the missing piece, which is Adhara. Now this is why I said that it doesn't matter what the card in your hand is, because we just get the other card. But from here what we do is we go ahead and synchro summon our monsters away into our Shishao, and then this will trigger Shishao to go ahead and add a card from our deck to our hand. It can be Moyi, or it can be Taya. It can also be like Longyuan. It can be other cards as well, depending on kind of what your hand is or what deck you're playing against. But usually what I like to do is I like to grab Moyi, and then from here what we can do is we can go ahead and use Adhara, because we control a non-effect monster. You can banish this card, trigger one of your banished worm monsters, accept this card, and add it to your hand, meaning that we will have the name for Moyi. So from here we go and banish Ashuna to get Ashuna to our hand, or sorry, Adhara to get Ashuna to our hand, and then from here we can go ahead and normal summon the Moyi, and then declare the Moyi to reveal our Ashuna. This will go ahead and summon a token onto the board, and then we can go ahead and synchro our monsters away into our Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, and then Moyi will go ahead and draw. So not only did we replenish our hand with Ashuna, which is a great continuation card to kind of extend our play, we still have Ashuna, and depending on what we draw, we can extend even further. So Afghan Power Desires here is very powerful because we have 3 Emergence. We still 11 and we have 3 Longyuan as well, so the odds of hitting are pretty good. So again, this is just showing you what the play is. But then if we're going to rewind, I can show you the other line as well, where if you don't get Ye and you get Taya instead. So except we will go ahead and rewind, we'll hit the reboot button, this will go ahead and grab us Taya instead. And then here what we can do is we can go ahead and normal summon Taya, and then Taya will go ahead to banish a card or a Swordsoul monster or a worm monster or whatever and summon a token. And from here we can go ahead and synchro summon our monsters away, and we can go into Baxia. Now Taya will trigger when Taya is used as synchro material from the field. You can go ahead and send any Swordsoul card or worm monster except for, and we will dump the second Adhara. And the reason for this, guys, is because we'll go ahead and use the first Adhara to banish, to go ahead and get any of our banished worm cards. I really like to get Ashuna because it's like one of the best cards because it facilitates so much. And then with the second Adhara, we're going to use Baxia's second effect on field, which says you can target one card you control, one level 4 lower monster in your graveyard, destroy that, and if you do, special summon the target you control. So we pop Ye, summon the Adhara, and then synchro our monsters away into Chao Feng. Now this combo, it's not as potent now because light monsters are kind of, and they're like 50-50. If you're playing against Drytrons and FTK, of course, but it's still a not bad board, especially if you're playing against a light deck, for example. And even if Chao Feng gets outed, you can add a tuner monster from deck to your hand, so you can essentially go ahead and grab yourself a card like Ecclesia, any hand traps, and things of that like, guys. But that's it for that combo. Now let's get on to the last combo. Alright guys, so now we are getting on to the final combo. Now this combo is Swordsoul Emergence plus the Tenyi line, and the reason why I'm showcasing the Swordsoul Emergence is because this can be any normal summon or anything of the like. Emergence is the most versatile card, so I decided to showcase it just to show you guys the variants. But guys, before we get into the final combo, guys, please go ahead and leave a like, guys, and subscribe if you have not already. We're trying to get 10k by the end of the year, man. Let's go. So from here, guys, we can go ahead and special summon our Tenyis first because we control no effect monsters, and we can link this bad boy away into our Monk of the Tenyi. From here, because we control no effect monsters, we continue our play by special summoning out the Vishuda, and we can go ahead and use Ashuna's effect to banish to go ahead and summon out our Adhara. From here, guys, what we do is we do a different play because we have access to the normal summon already. We're not going to use it on making our Shisha. We're going to make a Baxia. Now from here, guys, depending on what you want to do, you can use Baxia to pop Monk to get Adhara to make a Chao Feng to play around Nibiru. But again, because I'm showcasing the total power of the deck, I just wanted to kind of push even further beyond just to showcase you guys what this deck can do. From here, we can go ahead and activate Emergence. Emergence will go ahead and get us our Ye to our hand. And then from here, what we can do is we can go ahead and sorry, not Ye Taya, sorry, I forgot that I was doing a different play. But basically from here, we can go Taya, normal Taya. Taya will go ahead and banish our card, which is Emergence. Again, you can choose to level modulate if you want, it doesn't really matter. From here, we summon a token, and then from here we go ahead and synchro our monsters away into our Taya. Now again, chain link 1, chain link 2. Taya will go ahead and mill a card, and then Shisha will go ahead and add a card. I was thinking about Ye Longyuan. So we'll go ahead and add a card, and from here what we can do is we can go ahead and use Longyuan or discard to go ahead and special summon out our Longyuan and summon the token. Now if you notice, we have not used Baxia effect, and now this is specifically why. We can go ahead and use these guys first, synchro summon away into our Ye Longyuan, and then from here we can go ahead and use Baxia after we burn, and Baxia will go ahead and pop our Monk to go ahead and summon out the Adhara onto the board, and then we can go ahead and synchro summon into our Chao Feng this way. So now we have Chao Feng, we have Longyuan, we have Shisha, and because we synchro summon another worm monster, Ye Longyuan will go ahead and draw us a card, and now we have 1, 2, 3 and potential a blanket effect as well. So it's very, very potent, guys. And again, like I said, this is the last combo, but I do have a test hand video right after this. So guys, from here, guys, I ended up just kind of like shuffling my deck to play around and see what test hand, just showcase an average test hand. So again, guys, usually the Swordsoul engine is very powerful, and I just wanted to showcase how good it was, because when you open multiple Swordsoul cards, it's actually not a bad thing at all. But from here, guys, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and continue by starting off our play by activating Pot of Desires, just to kind of see what we're kind of looking for, how to sculpt our play and things of that nature. But from here, guys, we check Pot of Desires, and look, we didn't even banish anything crazy. We banished one Vishuda, everything's a 1 of in this except the Nibirus. But that's why I feel like Pot of Desires is so OP in Swordsoul, because it doesn't really matter. But we end up drawing Imperm and Ye anyway, so it's really good. From here, guys, what we can do is we can go ahead and activate Longyuan, discard to summon out the token. From here, guys, if you want, by all means, you can make a Baron, you can play around Nibiru and stuff like that, but I'll save playing around hand traps for a different video. From here, guys, we can go ahead and synchro our monsters away into our Ye Longyuan, and then again, Longyuan will burn in the graveyard. Again, I didn't declare it, but make sure you always declare Longyuan burn. From here, I can go ahead and normal summon Ye. Ye will reveal Swordsoul Emergence to go ahead and summon a token. And then from here, what we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and activate Emergence, and Emergence will go ahead and grab us our Ashuna to our hand. And the reason why I did this, guys, is you guys will see right here, we can go ahead and activate our Ashuna, banished herself because you control a non-effect monster, and this card can be activated in the hand as well, but we are locked into worms. From here we can go ahead and banish to summon out the water Tenyi, and then from here what we can do is we can go ahead and synchro summon our monsters away into our Shishao. So chainlink 1 Shishao, chainlink 2 Moyi, chainlink 3 Ye Longyuan. In this play I sequenced it incorrectly. I should have done chainlink 1, chainlink 2, chainlink 3, because the play I was committing to very hard relied on me having blackout still in my deck. So being able to go chainlink 1, chainlink 2, chainlink 3, banishing the blackout and then changing when I draw would be very crucial, especially if I drew blackout here. I'd be in a weird play, but it's not that bad anyways. From here guys, we can go chainlink 1, chainlink 2, chainlink 3, and then from here we'll draw 1, we'll draw 2, and we'll go ahead and banish the blackout. Now again, like I showed in my first combo, I believe blackout will go ahead and summon a token because it was banished, and then from here we can go ahead and go Shitana and the level 4 away into our Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. And then from here guys, what we end up having double impermanence, right? We end up having Heavenly Dragon Circle for follow play, and we end up having Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Now this is the true power of Swordsoul guys. In almost any hand, you're guaranteed ending on at least 2 synchro summon monsters with 2 utility cards, whether it be Nibiru, Ash Blossom, Imperm, Heavenly Dragon Circle, anything like that to kind of really annoy your opponent. And just know that you'll almost never get OTK'd going first through Swordsoul, because if they're out on your board, they're using big board breakers that kind of restricting them. And then during the fallback play, it's just all about piloting, kind of choosing the order of operations and things of that nature guys. But again, if you guys really appreciate this video, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe guys. I really appreciate it. So guys, that was it for the video. If you guys liked the video, please go ahead and leave a like on this video so I know that you guys truly enjoyed it. Again, comment what you guys want to see next and subscribe if you made it to the end of my video and you are not yet subscribed, because what are you doing, man? But without further ado guys, my name's Hamza, and like I always say, keep on shining, never go on your dreams. Peace.